So, have you always been dreaming about being a glamorous flight attendant? Or are you interested in aviation and love everything to do with planes and flying? Have you applied and been unsuccessful? Or you're just curious if it's worth a career change and what it's all about? Regardless of which airline takes your fancy, whether it's Qantas, Virgin, Emirates, this course is for you. And if you have done some research and found a certificate or diploma of some sort that will cost you an absolute fortune and will take weeks or sometimes months to complete, forget about it. You'll be much better off saving your money for a professional photo shoot and a nice suit. And instead of weeks of full-time training, you better get yourself into face-to-face customer service role right now, even if it's just Macca's or a cafe down the street. They also overload you with a whole heap of unnecessary information. You'll be wasting time and money learning things that are actually irrelevant to getting a job. What you need to know is, first of all, is this for you? Which airline will be best for you? Also, how to make your application to stand out amongst thousands of others. How to make the best impression. How to succeed at the interview. And how to prepare yourself for the training and the job itself. What you will learn about is you will understand how airlines operate and the differences between the airlines when it comes to cabin crew role, such as different service types, workload, layovers, contracts, salaries, difference between short haul and long haul, etc. The requirements and expectations of the airlines when it comes to cabin crew and what airlines are looking in potential candidates. Also, grooming standards are extremely important and you don't want to jeopardize your chances here. I will also give you tips on writing your resume and how to get through the interview, and you'll also get heaps of questions that are most common at the interviews. It takes some people sometimes 5 to 8 attempts before they get their dream job, and often they still never do. It is extremely competitive industry with thousands of people applying per each vacancy. If you're not successful, the recruiters simply don't have capabilities to tell everybody why. You may want to learn on your own mistakes, but if you don't know what your mistake was, how will you learn? So you are risking of wasting valuable time if you are not successful. Also, with most airlines, you are banned from reapplying if unsuccessful for a period of 6 to 12 months. So you really don't want to miss an opportunity when the airline of your choice starts recruiting, as it might only happen once a year. So this is a point of difference for my course. No unnecessary fluff, no wasting time, just things you need to know in order to get your foot in the door right now. Don't expect, however, that you'll want me to do any homework and research. However, I will guide you in the right direction. Also, be prepared that applications do take time and you will need to be patient. I have been asked if I can guarantee employment. Unfortunately, no, I can't, and no one can. At the end of the day, it will come down to your personality. However, I will equip you with all the knowledge and tips and tricks to give you the best chance to be successful. However, before we get too excited and get into the course details, let's just check that you tick all the main airline requirements. First of all, you need to be a certain height. Depending on the airline, it starts from 155, sometimes 165 centimeters, and with other airlines you can also have the maximum height. In some it's 187, some it's 183 centimeters. Once again, in the airline link for recruitment, all those requirements will be clearly listed. You will also have to be able to swim unassisted for 50 meters and then tread water fully clothed for 3 minutes. In your wet drill assessment, they will generally give you very ugly canvas overalls that get quite heavy, and you will be asked to jump into the swimming pool. However, sometimes with life jacket inflated, sometimes you have to jump in water and then inflate your life jacket. You also have to be reasonably fit and healthy, and also your employment will be subject to your passing psychological and medical assessment. You can't have any visible tattoos. Some airlines allow, some don't, to cover it with special bandages or foundation. But generally, if you have tattoos visible while wearing the uniform, it's pretty much a big no-no. You'll need to have a responsible service of alcohol certificate. It's just a one-day course. With some airlines, it's a prerequisite before you apply. With some airlines, you'll just need to tell them that you are about to obtain it. Senior First Aid Certificate, including CPR. It's a one-day course as well, and most popular ones are run by St. John Ambulance. However, if you're working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, it's worth to book yourself in now because the weekends get quite booked out. Also, you do have to be Australian citizen or permanent resident. I had to wait 2 years before I got my permanent residency, unfortunately, before I was able to apply. And also you need to be in a possession of a valid passport with at least 12 months validity. So if you don't have one, it's a good time to apply for one. And also be prepared to undergo a police clearance check and, as I said before, medical assessment. All of those are at your own expense.
Are you ready? Do you meet all of those requirements? If so, click on a sign up button, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at my next event.